Guten Morgen, half a band again. It's time for Disco Elysium. I'm excited. All right, Kim, hold on. I want to. All this. What's this? Hold on. What is this? Shot put ball.
What is this place?
It's the netherworld. Looks like a gym to me. No idea, but my head hurts. My head hurts bad. You know what? Try it.
I think you're right, though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
You are right. I should.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates.
How much can you lift, Kim?
It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Why does it feel so familiar?
Barbell. Look, Kim, it's a trap. There are no collars on the barbell.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then. It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone.
Okay, so I used to be a wrestler.
It's just a memory from another life. When you were young and fit.
A small part of me wants to try it, but I'm worried I'm gonna hurt myself, so, no. Until we find food. Or not food, medicine. Always block my old window trees. Looks like remains of the 24th window repair shop. How are we doing on? That's it! 2 more! We have these. Temporary research. Bonuses from the thought. Another thought bubble. Question, do we want this? I feel like this will help us with the bleh. Yeah, let's go with this. Super internalize that. Those mannequins are terrified. Hello, wondrous Nina, for her wholesome cuteness. Hello, Lewis. Heck Ian. How are we doing this fine day? Snooping. Snooping.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
Ooh. Me, I'm doing good. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna set this up just for this reason. Where is my button? Whoop-a-bam! So it turns out my roomie is actually gonna start streaming soon too, and they do Elden Ring and Helldivers. But when I say they do Elden Ring, I mean like they're like level 600. Like I think almost all of their stats are maxed out. So yeah, when I played the DLC and on the last boss and like they handed the controller to me and I got to halfway health, I was like surprised because I didn't realize how strong they were. I was like, oh man, I'm doing great. And then everybody's like, no, Nina, most people don't get to halfway of his health. He is final boss. He is hard. And I was like, oh. So I suggest giving them a follow because they're gonna start streaming. And we figured out some settings because they did stream last night. And it's like because they knew baby streamer forgot to click on the bots. So I was like, no one could see you kicking on the butt.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
So I'm doing good. I'm gonna be helping the mysterious roommate setting up his stream so we can do that for you guys too.
This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open. It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
This is where the memory should go.
Something's missing. Nothing happens.
Okay, we gotta put something in it. Got it.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural.
Is that a wizard?
Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting, wax-based, translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures. Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
Yeah, there's quite a few moments where it's just casual racism.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real. Political commentary. That one has a great beard too. Just look at those details. So much effort.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like, albeit dark and cold. This vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world. This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minime stands for a mini meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an...
Looks like they didn't make it.
Oh.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, the handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans. Call in, tune out.
Okay, alright. Something.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. The mesh spreading over. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic. History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6. Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and... You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled. They must have had massive air width. These things don't come cheap. Someone very important, a conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the game masters. Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo.
Oh, kind of sad when you think about it. Oh, what you got, Kim?
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
I mean, it could be an undercover counterintelligence program.
No, that's not it. I think...
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle box.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an inter-isolary game before. We just don't have the technology. Through call-in stations, none of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked. Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the We World board game, with hit death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
Aww.
It's too late for that, I'm afraid.
Could have finished it.
Okay, let's keep moving.
How do I get... Oh. There's 3 things to check out. Please go in. Production schedule, filament memory. Wait, I think that goes in the cube. It's cube shaped. Okay, so we have that door and we have this area over here. Someone in here?
Tiles on the cube are stiff, like a smooth draw. The filament slides into a bar of fabric right above the keyboard, starts producing a soft hum. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the...
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. DC. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? The filament you have inserted into the reader. Yes. Is that the production schedule? Good. Please.
Password. Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
Still no. I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder.
I'm afraid we are not doing that. And
Now, can you please repeat the password? Received. I will register the
Don't worry. Passwords have...
fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the... One moment. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolution.
That's not bad.
Any other questions? Yes, I am alive. I am
she repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
They are merely cautious. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater. I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeat. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios. Now, please tell me if there's anything else. Thank you, and good...
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Nothing happens.
Okay, okay.
Volumetric shit compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
What? What's the bonus? All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. Okay. Okay, we still have one more we gotta learn, but we're doing good on this one. So strong.
But if you close your emotional damage, emotional damage, emotional damage, emotional damage.
What up, boss? Heckian with the gifted subs again, my goodness. How are we doing this fine day? There's an upstairs. I did get my poop together.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eye. What an odd thing to do. Still nothing. Those curtains prove to be surprisingly...
Can you please try to refrain from attacking random things? Thanks. In any case, there's no way we can get in right now.
Oof.
Bent metal. Broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Just disempowered, trying to take my disempowerment on.
Look, there's a discarded milk carton on the floor. Why don't you destroy that, too?
I'm sorry, milk cart.
You're right. That's definitely not the behavior of a destroyer at all. That's just severe anger management problems and a disregard for property rights.
Alright, Nina's gotta save now before she does anything, because I need help. What's this? Another postcard. Question. Could I have just crowbarred this open? Let's see if I can crowbar it open.
As before.
Nope, good day. Alright, switch back to this, because I figure, you know, we're in an abandoned place, there's maybe cans around. Let's go the other door. Got my stuff together. Alright, here's hoping nothing kills me. Is that medicine? Damn it! It's morale medicine. Oh, wait. Go back.
Yes?
No. my experience points. This. This. Is that a fridge? That might be a fridge. Let's go.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost. The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Okay.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Let's take a look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks...
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
Oh.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Okay, bye. Where's this note we got?
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct, someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Soif.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here. That's a plausible hypothesis.
Listen. Yeah, remind me again?
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
Is it Kuno?
Really? You don't have a single guess?
Smug. It's Kuno, right?
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter. I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Thanks, Kim. What's this? Oh.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache. There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
You do the honors.
Sure. Okay, here's some more rifles. None of these seem to be working. An old Belmagrave rifle. That's rare to find in such good order. Seems to no longer be functional, but still rare. Here.
This should cheer you up.
It's yours, officer. You found this place. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Oh. I'm glad we could make you happy, Kim. Our pew-pew. Very nice. Big old save. I mean, they said that's an ice cream maker, so... Ah, it's probably in that one. Medicine! Oh, thank God! Less likely to die!
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Let's unplug the bear.
An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now.
Right? Everything leads back to Kuno. He's the mastermind behind this. Well, he said he didn't kill the guy. But you never know. He still could have masterminded it. Oh, drama. Insane mesh tank top. I am drama. I don't want drama. But I do want to know what it looks like. I have the drama. Oh, but it's a great shirt. No.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be... You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too... No. This is going to need something else. Some kind of super... If you want to try again...
Equip the pry bar by going to the tools tab.
Okay. Like, I'm on it. I'll do it. Alright, then we're gonna save in case my hand slipped.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric...
Hold on. I'm worried if I churn it, it's gonna break the filament. But if I churn it off, will it thaw?
Only the black cable is plugged into the...
I'm just gonna save it.
Only the black cable is plugged. Something close to you died.
Why did you do that?
It's not like it's the red one because the color of Immeasurable Cosmos? I don't know why.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Okay, maybe now it melts?
This orange machine is dead still.
Whoa.
It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Yeah, the machine's unplugged, so +2, but still low. Alright, I guess we'll come back in a little bit. We gotta finish exploring this basement anyways. And then, you know, give it an hour. What is going on over in this corner?
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Right? Big brain! Small tool!
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
Heat the building, you say?
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
What are you doing? Wait, really? Maybe it's coming from behind those safety curtains we saw upstairs.
Hmm?
We should ask the lady in the bookstore what's going on with these curtains.
Yeah, it's probably better than what I tried to do.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. Maybe you could paint something with this coal. Leave a cave painting for future archaeologists. No, that would be stupid. A hollow ring echo.
Ah! Ah!
You feel something in your chest. An unnatural pressure.
No!
It's very, very bad.
I didn't mean to click!
This is the end. Bad. All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face. Like you always thought you would. You only see pain and fear.
Kim, help me out!
Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer, commented. That ain't easy on the ticker. He loved his liquor, sure, said Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague. But I think before he ever had a heart attack, his heart was broken. According to an official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder case.
So glad we saved. Just random heart attack. Just. Okay. Who remembers what I said? That's right. I kicked it, and then by kicking it, I got a heart attack, and I just. All right. I would like the knowledge, though.
A thick layer looks like this furnace.
Looks like it. No one has used it in ages.
It's dark.
What are you doing? Wait, we should ask the lady in the bookstore what's going.
A lush. Maybe you could paint something with this coal. Leave it.
Leave it. Leave it alone. Oh, look, a nice autosave, too. Kick it softly this time? No, I think no matter what, if I kick it, I just get hurt. So, you're alone. So many more tasks. Alright, let's go out. Oh, hold on. What's over here? Money? That, Kim. I can almost get 2 nights there. I just need 50 more cents. Where does this take us? Oh! It takes us here. How nice. Alright, it's been definitely a while. Maybe now I can give the body another try.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes.
Look at that.
The body below is entirely dedicated
Yeah.
to that. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots. Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
Ugh.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil. Yes, bullets will fly. They always do. And the coil is fleshy and mush and permeable.
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirts we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
Okay.
Nice. That makes sense.
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Not too much, yes.
Oi. Sounds puny. No wonder I can't pay my hostel bill.
It's a sorry situation, I agree. That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
Yeah, like, hold on. If we just do quick basic math, right? 5,500. That's Google Translate. Try again. Hit calculator. We do 500. Or 5,500, sorry. 5,500 divided by 12. That's like 458, 59 bucks a month. Ugh. Oof.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials. Like if trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Do I want to take the boot? Evidence.
This feels dangerous.
Nah.
The sabatons dangle off the man's The cadaver slowed the hand.
Now you will be with us forever.
Tight by the weight of the corpse below.
Day cultivations
Yellow,
and
hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
Okay.
This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt. Big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Odumalak or half a day? Half a day. It's like it's a greeting. You know, hello, good morning, and tomorrow. Yeah, like I don't know the Tagalog. Yeah, half a day. And it's HAFA space ADAI. Half a day. Got you there, didn't I? Not really, but sure. But hi. We're playing some Disco Elysium.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
Yep, that's how you spell it.
I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
Yeah.
70% of the cases I get are just filling in the blanks on the initial report. This belt worries me.
I'm doing all right. Just playing the game, off work, and I think we have a demo coming up in a few days, but I gotta wait for it to get released first. But the devs were like, "Play our demo," and I was like, "All right, let me know when it's released."
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
My tomorrow's very limited. It's pretty much basic greetings and I think parts of the coconut. I would like to practice more, but there's nowhere in America to do it. Yeah, it's like pretty much half of us was classy. Don't remember much. I remember Babwi and Haga. But it's also, I remember, like, I know some words, but my brain doesn't register it as Chamorro because it's like the whole Spanish influence. So I'm like, wait, is this the Spanish word or is this the Chamorro word? Oh, that would be nice. I could practice.
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
I was over in Jico. Wait, hold on. Kaiser. Editor? Yeah. Yeah, I was a Jico kid.
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Interesting tattoo. I know, what did they say? I haven't been back home since the pandemic, so is there a new saying?
His corpse is marked by stars, alcohol, and heartbreak.
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
You know what's hilarious? I can hear it. Oh, God. Hey, can do. Like, call up my Uncle Ben and be like, Uncle Ben, can you just talk to me? I miss hearing it. All right, bye, bro.
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
That's right, the kids are still here.
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Sure, just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Should probably say I don't know much tomorrow. It's been years. Also, if you haven't noticed, the complexion. Didn't really get a chance to learn a lot. I learned the stick dance though. That was fun. I liked that. But then I had to change schools. I went from public to private, and I was like, no, all my friends.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. Their dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Let's give it a try.
The corpse is dead silent. You have no idea why you just said that.
72%, yeah?
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos and extremity. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I'm squinting, Kim.
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
Just
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
something is coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Did we? I don't feel lucky. I agree.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
His personality, there was a time for that and ended so... Better not to say that, too heavy. The Buster's not coming back. Daddy dead, dead.
That sounds about right, yes.
Really get Kim to trust you? I didn't realize that was an option. Let's go, Kim.
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
Yep.
Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption, but we should still get him down before assigning a probable cause of death. I do. Most of them are post-mortem, maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
Yeah, I mean... True.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
I would really prefer if there was another way. These people might have an agenda.
Yeah.
But what other options? The
Someone else? You mean like the police?
Well, you know, like firefighter.
Sadly, yes. The whole RCM is out there right now, doing the exact same thing we are. Are we in a rush to help them? Not with this on our hands. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast. Climb up there and So the branch? There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How? It absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics work. It will maybe cut one thread loose.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
I'm gonna let just Kim choose.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks,
Oh, please let this work.
securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle-loader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He does it.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
Fucking idiot! Mookaba asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
It's okay, man.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Cloud.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
Wanna try again, buddy?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised.
That's fair.
Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
It's okay.
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
Yeah.
Okay, they do have the tools and the men. And since it looks like they put him there... okay, let's do it in the lousy, dangerous way. To ask the suspect for help with the victim's body? To be indebted to Everard Clare? Very much, yes. Which is why I would have preferred us to handle this ourselves. Clearly we can't.
Suck my dick, bitches!
He's a dangerous and corrupt man, and we cannot predict what he will want from us in return.
Yeah, don't go being someone else's bitches. You're Kuno's bitches.
Kuno, shut your mouth.
From the gates, by negotiating or fighting. Or we can try the secret route we found, where your cloak is. It looked doable.
Alright. Big old save. We gotta live a life. Where are my thoughts? Kingdom this. Hop to it. Give me all the thoughts. I know there's a ridiculous amount, but I know that probably for a fact you can't probably unlock all of these. Because obviously one could be like, I'm super all about the drugs, or I'm super violent. Because, we saw that there's different types of cops. So some of them are probably only available for some things. Ooh, interact? What I got? Picture.
An intricate web of blue lines. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the gone. For you to discover. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
Okay. Okay. What do we do? We gotta talk to the book lady. Did everything there. It's been almost an hour. Let's go check on it. See if the ice is gone now.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Wait, is it on? Turn it off.
Only the black cable is plugged into something close.
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant raises his brows.
Fetch. Gotta wait. No, don't crank it. Because I'm pretty sure if you crank it, you break it. It's just in my bones. Let's go talk to the library lady and be like, what's up with the shutters? Did we go this way? We did, right? Yeah, that's where we found the shutters. Madam. Should probably also sell my bottles and buy some health.
Broke down? The back door? The wards? The door? It's all gone now. Dark psychic energy leeching onto my shop. I suppose it's all over now. I guess there's no escape. Just a door? This place is cursed, detective. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Just look at the sheer amount of companies that have failed in this house. I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Now that you've broken the door, the curse is coming to get me as well.
Okay. Oh no, Barth. Yeah, no, it's Tuesday, buddy.
Of course you didn't. You're nothing but a policeman. All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. We are set on the path. There's little else to do.
Her facade has dropped. Now you see the curiosity behind the fear.
But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity? Yes, the malignant entity that lives inside the chimney. It takes the shape of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she knows more about the curse than she lets on ever since I first saw her. Yes, I've heard that. It's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains upstairs. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. And do return to me after you've talked to it. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse.
If you're really interested in cracking this mystery, then we should go back to the furnace. Maybe you could yell into it or something. Make some noise. You'll think of something, you always do.
Despite his cool, the lieutenant's interested in solving this mystery too.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits? Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear it's not enough. Oh, this! No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%. The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Didn't that curtain just move?
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence. It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Wow. Void raves. You have new words.
Yes, the Simonees are very crafty, and their wards are extremely powerful. Lesser wards simply won't do here.
The woman looks aloof. Her
Alright, let's go yell into a chimney. Or furnace chimney. What'd you do today? I yelled. Come on, Kim! Adventure! It awaits! Still don't know what the password is. I'm sure we'll find out. Big old save, just in case she, like, chucks something down the chimney and just...
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it. Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then...
Hello?
You've awakened the entity.
I've summoned the ghost of this doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit!
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor.
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Thanks, Kim. So it's been a while. Let's check on our... check on this.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice...
Alright, still slowly. Might take a whole day. Let's go talk to this spooky entity. I wonder if it's just the old lady who was sweeping the other building. They connected? Oh. This might be the game people.
Hello, I'm Nia.
She makes dice?
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius. So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking. Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind? I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Yeah.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set. Unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites.
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there. Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people. Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here. The lieutenant looks at his notebook. Then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, Detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window. Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids, and lately I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike. But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid. I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
That's fair.
It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
She nods.
Anything else, officer? We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Yeah.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true. Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow?
Ooh.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the Whirling in Rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex. You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East of the Commerce Central project.
You're right.
And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
I'm good.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
Nah. Sounds like businesses couldn't survive after the country went through a revolutionary war. You know, it's kind of like, what, after World War II, a certain country just was broken, and they're like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna split it in half. One side will manage it, and then the other side will manage this side, and just...
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Yeah.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today? More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
Oh, man.
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad. It's not about the haircut. It's about the confidence.
What?
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's Boxing Club, a community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime. Kuno. Who's Kuno?
These are horrible. I don't know.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth. Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid. A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
How'd it go?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
You should have known it.
Oh my god.
It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since. Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milias. Who would have guessed?
What's the snuff milieu?
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own. Yeah, don't. Oh, there's... And they never cleaned up... It's a Sub Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay...
What does she mean? To get off on it?
Oh, you know.
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Okay.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
Does this mean I can go back and click other things, potentially get more experience? That sounds wonderful. Let's see.
Yes.
A bit. It's not about the haircut. It's about the confidence.
Me neither. I just want it off my face.
Eh.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
But what drugs exactly?
Let it pass.
Anything else?
Let it pass.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came. The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection. Really? Anyway. They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money.
Oh.
Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumutiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is. The usual, I imagine. But he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Men like that are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house.
They were just props. Why return them? Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No, wait, forget it. It would take too long.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio. They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules. The usual, they ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time. Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest. Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time.
That'll do it.
Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult, especially if you've been drinking.
No, it's not hard.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
The result is 1. The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes, like snowfall.
Anything else?
Getting there.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in. The place was owned by 2 guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth.
Okay.
And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Fritte does the same thing.
20 cents is dog spam's price to show up to work. I don't have an opinion on employing teens. I just want to know, did it work out for the business?
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Revachol ICT. And they already had the bear. The bear. Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Revachol ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
I killed the bear.
You did what?
I unplugged the fridge?
Ugh, of course they left it plugged in. Even in death, the bear is costing them money. The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megatherion.
Sounds cool.
Area?
Megatherion, a mega wild beast. It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
A wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs.
I don't.
Very good. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire. Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
Still, it's been 14 years.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet. You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center.
If the Whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the Dune commercial area.
Right. It used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. I'm not surprised, however. My advice, don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, florography, trick-track, especially pinball.
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
Don't say that here in Austin. We have a business called Pinball, where the original Pinballs just has a bunch of pinball machines. But then they opened a second location, which has other arcades. But the original location, all pinball machines. Pretty fun.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years. Are you sure it was Slipstream SEA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore. Tricentennial Electrics? It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
No, it was something else. It was eerie. Whatever happened, keep your cool. It's probably better to admit that it was a harmless prank.
Pranks can be eerie. Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No, sure, I'm listening. I'm pretty sure it's still... Sure, I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
Sure.
A gust of cold air sweeps through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
I'm amazing. Can you blame me? 8%? Got it. 72%? You're out of your mind.
Didn't we already talk about this? What are you talking about? My address is exactly the same. Rue...
No, the old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up. Yet it has a different address in the heart of the city.
This doesn't make any sense. Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from?
It's windy in here. You probably haven't properly sealed the chimney crown.
And what?
Don't let her become complacent. She still needs to ward her soul against the evil forces. She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face.
Do you know what this is?
Lucky charm?
It's a mourning ring. I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited from my parents. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan. It wasn't just the jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world that you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed. And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney?
It's cozy.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be, you can try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls.
Now I just want to play Boulder's game.
It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending or an entirely different world. But anyway, thanks for sharing your theories, officer.
Alright, I think that's it, because this is just going to take us
I'm
back.
listening.
Yep.
Good. I hope it clarifies.
Alright, bam! Thoughts!
The 15th Indo tribe. Because there was. The 15th Indo tribe was comprised of 8 kids from Forberg and North Jamrock, running from wild dogs in the valley, hiding scents under rocks, and stealing clothes off clotheslines, and sometimes even the copper wiring of phone lines. You may have been one of them. This must be a childhood memory. The 15th Indo tribe was your Indo tribe, set to rule in Celinda. The rest of the kids are dead now. Car accidents and drug overdoses. Only you remain.
Oh, what are my bonuses? Plus 10 cents for every green orb clicked. Learning cap. Let's freaking go! I get experience and money! God! Kingdom of Conscience, you're next. 9 minutes, okay. Alright, well. Solve that mystery. Save. I gotta find orbs to collect. Let us go talk to the bookshop lady. Be like, it's not a ghost. It is your neighbor. I will admit, getting to, like, her business is a little sus. Now, let's put it in this bag. Actually, hold on. Can I? I mean, I know it's Nano Clippers, but nope. Okay. Adam?
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
She's a businesswoman.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom?
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
Sources in the taxidermist. He became involved in the arts. There is no curse.
Too many inconsistencies. What kind of talk is that?
She's been up for a long time.
Yes, because her business consists of the psychic leech that's been feeding the curse. I see that you've fallen for her manipulation, Detective. The investigation is over. I just thank you for nothing. Please, do buy some books, or be on your way.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go?
Farewell. Atom. Temporary research, all red checks fail. Well, then we're not going to do any red checks, hopefully. Get in here. Okay. I think we should go to the shop. So let's switch this. I see some cans to pick up. I would like to. Alright. Go to the shop. Buy some medicine. Bring our stuff. Our money. Have a good time.
The tear machine stands in the... Your bottles clunk into the machine. Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo?
We're not gonna buy more money. Alright, I think this is the medicine.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal spray.
I don't know. Let's see. I don't really know what hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's no. Sorry.
Nozafed heals +1 health. Dramine heals +3 health.
Yes.
Saint Baptiste. You know, Saint Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. The one that sells meds out of Saint Baptiste.
She is right. Saint Baptiste, the company, derives its name from Saint Baptiste, the city. Itself so named because that's what it is. A rare case where that really is the full etymological history. As far as almost anyone knows, at least.
Question. These things that are +3 health, does that mean I can have health that's more than 3? Or is it more of like, oh no, you have been beaten down and died from a heart attack. Quickly heal yourself. Or is it just like, oh. Anyway.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope...
I was like, I turned in my bottles. Maybe I'm lucky and I'll find more.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of...
Can I check what's up here?
A colourful display...
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
I think I got this, but we have to 3 charges cheaper than individual 3 vials. Wait, so does it give me straight +3, or is it like I can just do +1, +1? That's how I interpreted it, was that if I buy a +3, it uses the whole thing. It's one single item. You say so. Nope, no booze. Can we sell our booze? Actually, we might be able to gift it to somebody.
The pale aged vodka is special, I guess. It's stored in pale for a couple of years, which makes it super expensive, you know.
Don't worry your pretty little head about it. Let's concentrate on what's important here.
I mean, I already said it'd hurt you.
Substances give powerful bonuses to your main stat. Use medication, like Nosafed and magnesium, to
No, Frit only sells legal drugs, like the law said.
Alright, thanks, kid.
Kingdom of Conscience.
What we got?
The Kingdom of Conscience will be exactly as it is now. Moralists don't really have beliefs. Sometimes they stumble on one, like on a child's toy left on the carpet. The toy must be put away immediately, and the child reprimanded. Centrism isn't change, not even incremental change. It is control over yourself and the world. Exercise it. Look up at the sky, at the dark shapes of the coalition airships hanging there. Ask yourself, is there something sinister in moralism? And then answer, no. God is in his heaven. Everything is normal on earth.
All I know is that this cat is super cool, and this really cool scarf I want. What are the bonuses? More list dialogue options, heal +1 morale. Freaking go! Heal me! Huzzah! Amazing. Also, since I get +1 experience for every bubble, does that mean every time I click a bubble to learn a thought, I get another experience point? Sick. Nice. Alright, let's check on this guy. Didn't he have something?
Nice aggressive. Not bad advice, actually. This might do the trick.
Let's talk about our right to work.
Can he?
No, I'm not a fighter.
Rats. That's right, we gotta finish talking to Joyce. He's formidable now. Trash is bugged. Barbell, I'm not even gonna risk it. Ice cream, I'm waiting to melt. So, let's go talk to Joyce. Actually, wait, no. Let's go to your car. Kim, you gotta report stuff. Come on, Kim.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
That's right, I didn't do this one.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
Detective from the Whirling and Right?
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
What? No. Electrochemistry. Chill. Just.
No, not me.
Made the call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse. No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
She might start crying. I might have pushed her hard.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
What others?
The other people who live around here. Local people. I didn't want trouble. You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the Union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
Okay.
You do? Oh. What else can I do for you? Yeah, go on. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
How about my partner, Kim?
Why not?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
Brigante?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
No, badge. Seen it.
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Kim doesn't have one.
He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is.
Shush up, brain.
There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more casually.
Cute.
Looks like
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and...
Oh no.
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Oh my god. Okay, I don't know what to say.
Me neither.
How? Oh boy. I would love to stay.
there is silence on the other end of the line.
She doesn't believe me. That's fine.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask.
We did pawn it. We found that out, and then somebody else got it.
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things. Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it. I am sorry about that. Anything else, Detective?
No, don't ask her.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Wait.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like Gart. You know women and their constant problems. Yak, yak, nag, nag. How's one supposed to get the love going like that? That's where you step in. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster.
Yeah, happy to help, but maybe I could do so without all this internalized misogyny?
What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore?
No.
You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything under control. Then go and have a little boy's talk with God himself.
Right. Ah, that's right. All red checks fail now. I thought it was white check. I misread it.
Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
Are you still there, kiddo? Listen, I've got everything under control. Daddy's gonna take you on his lap. What? Please, no, I don't want to say any of those things. Refuse the love quest, although it's wonderful. No love for me. No, thank you.
You're just a gimp. What? You want to be more empathetic?
Yeah.
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
Oh, thank you. How about some boots?
Sure, officer. What's the number? Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolari law enforcement service. The crown jewel in the moral intern diadem.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a...
God. Kim. My mouth just... Alright. We're doing good. We are doing alright. We ran the number. Gotta call her back tomorrow. Gotta talk to people about tattoos. Gotta talk to Kuno, man. Keep searching for the cellar despite lacking any obvious leads. This might take some time. After 2100. Right after 2100 is my most, like, time sensitive thing. So, yay on that. On that. Alright, let's go talk to Gart and be like, buddy, did you do funny stuff? Also, maybe she knows about the tattoo.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Nope. She knows about the tattoo.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
No, it's about cryptids, and Kim is like, please, only one.
Can I help you?
My bill for tonight. Just in case.
Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
That's fine. I'm sure I can scrounge up that money. But I'd rather pay you now before I, like, forget thinking I've already done it. You know about the tattoo?
The man ponders his cooking utensil.
Door's still funny.
You see a heavy steel door.
Door's. Might as well. You guys know about the tattoo?
Looks like the circus left him, but the clowns are still here.
Nope, that's it. All right, bye. Okay, y'all don't know about the tattoo. Let's go talk to our negotiator lady. Oh, oh.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname.
Kim, look, bullet holes.
Where? There? Those are old.
Oh.
Yes, the one that happened half a century ago. Those bullets were fired during the revolution, and not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Shall we go?
Experience, my friend. Did I cover my hand in charcoal?
Just an ordinary wound. Nothing to see here.
Hey.
Hello again, officers.
Nope, it's still the same. All right, let's go talk to our friend. Madam?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth day to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with. On the contrary, officer, there are yet camionneurs you have not talked to. And don't look so surprised. In a time like this, it would be strange if Wild Pines didn't have eyes on the harbor.
Talk to Poem Guy. Talk to the weird, dreamy drug lady. Talk to Oasis. Talk to Manana.
I suggest you go back and canvass for more suspects. More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
What is all of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
What world? The only one.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough. There is a term of endearment they coined for it in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included. Elysium.
The world needs a term of endearment.
It does. There are those who would call it hell. A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists. Oh, you want a picture of the world? Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways. That's looking less and less likely, Detective. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
ORG. Occident Revichol-Grad.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three, they're piecing together a dark grey corona. Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
A cold fear seeps into you.
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness.
Okay.
I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here. But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together, however naive it may sound. You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the... It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
Avoid your communism, Nina!
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world.
Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides. The lieutenant observes you both, silently. He adjusts his glasses.
This. What? This.
A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
Am I really that awkward?
Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games. Ah. This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot, or two. A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the stand. Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off.
Splat, splat.
All right, Sydney.
Wonderful.
Uh-huh.
The Pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. Remember, we have a cadaver to attend to.
Ah, Kim!
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
The lieutenant glances at you from the corner of his eye. You could sneak back later when the lieutenant is not here, unless you can convince him to step aside.
Ask for Kim to step away while you discuss the Pale. No. We're gonna conclude for now. I'm gonna trust Kim.
Glad to have been of assistance.
All right, Kim. About the Pale without Kim. Like, listen here, buddy. All right. We still need to talk to Everett, but in order to get there, I need to get past the thing. So let's take a gander. Why is it so weird? All right, so measure head, trash container, barbell, ice cream maker, Joyce. You have a... Oh, that's the talk show without Kim. This is broken. Right, but it looks like this connects to this, but it's like, no, we have to go past this. It's silly. Oh my. Okay. I think I gotta go do some race theory. That's all I can think of, Kim. I'm sorry. Let's see if the kiddo's got anything.
Trying to sneak up on me.
Nope, she's still rar. Sneak away. I think we already tried the coat for today. It's just a big... Right? Hold on. Crazy? No. Right, she said I missed a driver, so... Talk to them real quick. So did miss any? You're not a driver, right? I feel like I already talked to you. Yeah, you got nothing to say. Come along, Kim. Right, close guys down there. He's got this stuff.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man.
Let's just attach. Nothing back here? Back here. Check on you, madam.
The woman is still hung.
Huh? What is it? What is...
Nope. Nothing. I don't know. Let's take a peek again. Maybe I see
A
drugs.
lorry stuck. The windows are clear. They've been recent.
Nah, it's all the same. Give a chat.
Looking for something odd?
Manana.
Hola, Wandering Man.
I think we gotta do it. boy. Remember, Kim, I'm pretending. I'm pretending, Kim.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have... I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. The hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the union. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate. There is nothing funky about them. Those, a receding genetic pool has let them out. The other overproduction, as proven by the Maun and the Mesk. Occidental type A is in the indigenous people of this. The Areopagites, the latter.
Nature was not capable of more.
Okay, I was type A, so...
Type B, to an unpink, the koi,
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zaras written potato carts. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia.
Right, like, who knows for 28%? But, just got an achievement called Biggest Communism Builder. Employ critical theory 9 times. Oh no!
The revolution, enough of Tibet. Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric. It would be cruel. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibet Revacholian.
Can I not?
Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation.
Try the jump. Up there on the roof. It'll be worth it. Else there is...
If this hurts me, I'm just gonna reload my save.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw
I think it's a fail. Fail?
You have really let yourself go.
It has happened again. The Titan has...
Another fit of criminal rage.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple.
The words to the song have changed.
Sure.
Good. Now go before you enter cardiac arrest.
Please, stop doing this. You are making a...
Right? Because Kim's like, don't you fight. And I'm like, you're right, Kim. You right. Yes. Yeah, only one punch. Alright, Kim. Yeah, we just gotta make the jump. We have a skill point? Okay, but I haven't unlocked any of this. Should I just unlock the slots? Let's just unlock. So whenever we do get a new thought, we are ready. Alright, Kim. I'm pretty sure that we can't attempt it yet. Yeah, because we did cloak for this one. Fighting's bad. Kim doesn't want me to fight him. We're just gonna have to make the coat jump. I do want to talk to the clothes guy. Maybe he knows something about tattoos.
You see, as the name, Sil.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool. You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, yes. You like premium menswear. Look around, bro.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
Expect him to give him money. Let's talk to him first.
Me? It's a boring story, officer.
This man probably comes from Seaguy. sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago.
See, guy, apricot suzerainty, it's all the same to me. It's all cool. Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs. That's very cool. I don't like drugs either. I only said I do because I didn't want to sound lame. Peer pressure. That's even cooler. You investigating narcotics crimes like that? But I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street man. Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. Exactly. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity. No! That's insane. It's the fat hater. He's been eyeing me for a week. Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
No use. He's not telling us. He's too afraid. We need to take him to my station and ask him there. After we've called his boss.
Okay, look. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
You don't want to get into this mess. You have to give us a reason. Ah, we're buddies!
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Yeah, is it the old lady?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her.
It could be. She was strange.
I don't know. I'm not local. I don't know anything about that. All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from...
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Oh, okay.
After all this mess, the broken seals, lying to you.
An investment? What kind of investment?
My risk reward ratio's insane. Invest into me not telling your employer about your operation here. That's a bribe. That's bad. I'm a policeman. Investment, good relations. Investment, your customer base. Gotta prime the pump, man. That one sounds a little less bribey.
Fair point. You can't have a successful business without a loyal customer base.
5.
What? Only a $5? You can't even buy a pack.
God, a pack of Royals would taste so good right now. Get you some of those tar sticks, baby.
Fine, 10.
10 real is a bargain for that kind of investment. You got it, my man.
Let's go! I got money for another day. Alright, so it's a lady lorry driver. And we think it might be the day's... Okay. Okay. He doesn't know who we sold my gun to. Yeah, I can't... Right, I can't go this way? Yeah, 'cause it's water. Crazy. Crazy. Let's go chat up this lady. Wait. No, I threatened to call the boss. I'm not actually gonna call the boss. Or am I? Nah, he's cool. He gave me money. That's totally not a bribe. Gotta pay room rent. Madam?
The woman is still.
Huh? What did you just call me a lady, Herife? I'm not that either, Herife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul. I'm only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me. How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around? Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was. The big ones, the trucks. There's no women and men there. In the middle of this town, there's a god.
In the background, a quiet song seeps from her cabin into the air.
Okay.
Oh, Sim.
Doing good. Again, why does it zoom in like that? Alright, let's go talk to the other lorry drivers. Be like, there is woman, yes?
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up? I don't want to talk about that.
What?
Man, I was hoping it isn't gonna be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is. Thank God I don't know. People here call her the Lady Driver. She kept her name a secret. From me too. Now I see why. I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Died. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
Okay.
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person, I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you. I just can't, man. I'm not... She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
Ah, fresh.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her. It's snitching, man. I know. I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind. The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
The pain it was causing her.
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one. Push Tommy, and it will break his heart. And his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals.
Ooh. Ooh. Put yourself in my shoes. I need this for another investigation, too. It's a bore and I can't blow it. She's a suspect. I need you to tell me where she is, or I can't finish. I don't want to force him. I would like to find another way. This feels okay.
You're not gonna put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? Because she's on the edge, man.
I wouldn't be so sure, Tommy.
We're gonna find another way.
Thank you, friend. Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoke.
Bye, buddy. Big old save. Let's go talk to the race man. Unless they means the other race, man. No, that guy's a worker. Union, not Lord
Looking
Driver.
for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to... I don't know what you're talking about. He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Evashel West. You don't run Martinez.
No. He means La Puta Madre.
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. Control. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Go, Lieutenant.
Yeah, him.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
Let's go, Kim!
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We're not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
Let's go, Kim.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod.
Huh?
I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job.
Wait, no!
Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
Kim's bluff, saw you, snooping cabin. Go F yourself. Make him... You know what? Hey out!
Men like this only respect two things. Strength and fear.
Alright. Let's go, Kim. Let's go, Kim!
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
Been... Oh my god, these are all savage. Ooh. I'm gonna F you for the rest of my life. Or I've been to your lorry. I know where it is. I'm gonna burn it. Or what's your name? I'm gonna go on police radio saying this guy told Madre to F off. I feel like something more, like, personal here. So let's try the second one.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Let's freaking go, Kim! God! He's a little savage guy. I love him. You're the best partner, Kim. Alright, said by the monument. Mean banged up. Right, our luck is turning around. It's going well. Finally. Ooh, this one?
This green found ate his...
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
I talked.
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Really?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Kim. You know, let me try the handle.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and two steering levers.
Hello, friend. Again, I'm doing good. I'm actually working on getting my roommates set up for their stream. 'Cause they do Elden Ring and Helldivers too, and they were like, "It looks like you have a lot of fun when you're streaming. I want to stream." So that's how I'm doing. Thank you for asking. Remember when you disliked him? Still a racist.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced.
Wait, are you talking about Kim? I didn't dislike Kim. I was just like, oh man, Kim doesn't like me. And then now we bonded. And now he's cool.
There's no picking this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
Do I have the crowbar equipped? I do.
With a firm grip, you raise the pry bar, a glint of light catching on the tip. Call down the hammer of truth and justice. Release your secrets, Lori Gallin.
Hi, Russell. Hi, baby. Also, Russell, our cat, has been having like the sneezies. So maybe he has allergies. So if you hear tiny little sneezes in the background, don't worry. It's just a cat. But, yeah. He's, God, what did he do last night? He forgot to click on the VOD button, so it's not on his channel. But he does, like, level 600 Elden Ring runs and, like, PvP and co-op. He's been, like, soloing some of the bosses for people so they can get into the DLC world, and I'm just like, my roomie. It's like, yeah, gonna try to get them set up. Say F the police. I am the police. Welcome to Rivershaw window. I'm sorry. Yeah, smash it apologetically. Sorry, window.
The window shatters, and droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement.
That's what I hear, but I never get the allergies, so.
Sato.
Hi, Russell. Come here, my child. Oh, big purrs. Yeah, you just wanted some pets? Yeah, my son? Smoochy man. It's not working. Let me check. What do you mean it's not working? I tested it this morning. Why it no work? Oh, 'cause the freaking star? Delete the star. Delete the star. I was trying to put emojis around it to be like, bop, bop, this is the link. Delete the star at the end. Wait, is your roommate let me tank him? No, he is not. Let me solo her. He's a different one, though. He's been doing a lot of shield and sword combos, so like he'll just block every single attack and then just decimate bosses. But hi, Luna. It is Tuesday. We have a Russell appearance. All right, let's get in.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls.
Wait.
There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
He does tank. Hold on. What boss does the let me take him do? It's not the guy on the pig, is it? Cause I'm like, it's that boss. Oh, thank you. Thank you for giving him a follow. We're trying to get them to affiliate so they can go to the affiliate party with me. Shut up. No, it's not. Is it? No. Well, he has been doing it a lot. He was like, yeah, sometimes people, he's like, I be fighting people and just taking all the hits. And then in the middle of combat, he's like, I didn't realize for a while that most people weren't fighting. It was just me killing the bosses for them. And I'm just like, can you send me a picture? I might have to look at him and be like, Ruby, is this you? There's no way. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a thing and be like, Ruby, let me thank you. Elden. Solid carry for end boss. Clearing out the DLC, let me take him build guide. I mean, he let me fight the boss, and I was able to get halfway through his health, and I never play Elden Ring, so maybe he's got it. I'll ask him about it when he wakes up and be like, Rumi, did you do it again? He usually has the weird luck of like, oh yeah, this build that I'm doing, I'm seeing it all over Reddit now, and everybody's saying it's amazing. Admire the posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat.
Mm.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera.
Russell is left.
Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put your finger. This is Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death.
Oh, what happened?
She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here, on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world, the actresses, and the rear actor. All
Horrible.
smile you a warm. Looks like the frequency dial is absent.
And
It
he's back.
requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Hi, Russell.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least. For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
Hold on, let's see if you guys can see him from this angle. This one? Yeah, look at that face. He's a cutie patootie.
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actress. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver.
Let's make biscuits on the desk.
But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
What, to get rid of her fingerprints?
Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a pull-out toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Got snap coming out of you. You better? Sneezies.
It's an issue of P.3 from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system. These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Close the rusty...
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep. Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
This means it's well funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that. The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madre grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome. All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either. As elegant as they are.
Don't be fooled. Desire always plays a role.
You know?
I'm going to say no. As
Don't be fooled.
yes, well,
Unimportant.
we didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Evrard Claire would be oblivious to something like this happening, right? My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down. In the debrief over, after you.
Thanks, buddy. All right, let's go talk to Joyce. It's still not time for our guy to come home. We're doing good, I think. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, I still have red check fail. 2 hours and 2 minutes, so 18, 13. Okay, good.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? It doesn't really matter, and I do apologize for the surveillance. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask...
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
Just chilling. Oh, my fluffy son.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberry.
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be. I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail. They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor. Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
Trauma and stressor disorder sounds like post-traumatic stress disorder.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant union members to subdue him.
Maybe I don't want to solve this murder.
He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Ah, fudge.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
I have to say, this is not disco.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's 2nd largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
Isn't this a pretty big scenario? Ooh. Ooh.
It doesn't have to be like this. Nameless, badgeless officer of the citizens' militia.
Uh-huh.
One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
Alright, so, just tell me some more stuff.
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eintracht.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Imagine. Or, just universal background checks.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors. Supramundi, Jesut. Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little... If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, man?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell. I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field. Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot test the remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe. That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around.
The lieutenant consults his note.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk. Maybe on narcotics, too.
Oh, it wasn't Sylvie, was it?
Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later? That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleague...
You meet her soon enough, you feel?
If you mean did I see him alive? Rarely. his service name, a nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign. He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it...
What else? Nationality?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. If you... Lely. One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis...
What would you say was his eye color? The deceased's?
She closes her eyes.
I can't remember.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on.
That's all right, man. Anything...
He was 40.
What else?
He was, in a way, it was humanizing. They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Come on, 92.
This is so embarrassing. You have no idea. There's something wrong with your brain. Luckily, the lieutenant still has his.
Was it a red check? Oh, I thought it was a white check. Was it a red check? It might have been.
Ma'am, with all due respect, I've been around Martinez, and there's a giant hulk of a man in ill-fitting clothes at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work. His heart really isn't in it.
Darn it, Nina. I was about to say, I was like, 92. Red check. Was a red check.
Not a terribly good actor, that one.
And the other one, the pole, must be in one of the 4-story buildings overlooking around the...
That would afford a good vantage point. Still, I hope you heed my advice until the executions start. Truthfully...
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Alright.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is any... Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half...
It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his...
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth.
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption. Quite a few. Vredefort.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart.
The old world passing by.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments.
In Martinez, looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't...
For all the boys looking for an adventure, a blood spatter on the seas.
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend.
Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo. This is not necessary to complete the task, officer. It's a dangerous side task. Search elsewhere.
Do what you have to do, Detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob...
We will be careful, then.
Alright.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
I think that's it. For now. But we got another level up. Gotta wait till tomorrow. 2100. Tommy. What does Tommy have? My damaged ledger. Hold on.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board. Arson. Petty theft. You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from...
Okay, game's freaking out on me. Alright, we do have a level up. I have room for one more. Either unlock. I think I should unlock. No, let's get an ability and something. Dear God, my authority! It's gone. Now, do we do suggestion? Do we try to do authority? Stun with immense panache. I think so. Like, we're trying to do, you know, an even build. Just have good stuff. So yeah, let's go with this one. Yeah. Alright, let's go talk to the guy. Boop.
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
What?
Cracked it. All in a good day's work. What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
Some third option?
No. Stop goofing around. Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Didn't she repeatedly tell you her husband isn't Missindo?
Yeah, it doesn't add up.
Do marriages make any sense? Does honor? You're not a filthy philosopher. You're an officer of law. It's time to ace this case, not honorable recruit.
What a weird thought pattern. Wait, hold on. Didn't you had something that said?
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble? Oh man, that's like a load off my mind. All that stress was messing up my rhymes. Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft. Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Let's go.
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
I'm gonna go so far into it.
Cool, cool. We all want to know each other's work.
Just like that, he slips out of your reach. It is possible the yelling didn't help.
Yeah. Alright. Thanks, bro. Run, thank you. You got anything more for me?
Looking for something, Hunt?
Nope. I don't know if he's gonna be like, did you check out her cabin? Alright, this might start a fight.
Right to work! Right to work! Sure.
Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't have talk like that around here. You understand? Fucking bug.
Boop.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now, somewhere above, in the buildings. The man's breathing steadies. but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right-to-work dance back on.
Do I do it? I mean, we saved right before we did it, so if we died...
Don't think so.
Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea.
You're on the body of the man who's on your kernel. We're investigating a murder. These tattoos were on the victim's body. Hey!
Wordless, he takes the photo and looks at it. Grey eyes dart back and forth, hard as a stone. But beneath it,
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in. Yeah. What it means. I can tell you what this one means. Only one.
Yes?
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush in Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission.
Benital is one of the inhabited islands of the Seminese archipelago near the Pale. Covered in jungle, it was anchor point for the Seminese nationalists in the proxy war held on the islanders' territory.
He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
Our boy, he's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe, we shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little... She was quite the entertainment. For the week she lasted, expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the drowned in a creek a week later.
Something stirs in your stomach. There's a word on the tip of your tongue. Colorless. Odorless. It's...
Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off. No. I was in the domain. In Jamrock. Being a... You bet it was. It's just... nature. This guy, he used to say evil is when nature and spirit meet in the wrong place.
I have it back.
Go ahead. All right now. Freak!
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them.
It's all bad. It's all bad. Okay, so we talked to him about the tattoos. Who else would know about tattoos? Maybe the librarian? Ooh, it's been a while. Maybe the ice cream machine is finally done. Let's go check on that. It's been a couple hours. And that game got dark. Tells you in Elysium, it's dark.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer.
Alright. We're gonna leave and save, and I'm gonna crank it. 'Cause maybe it will break
This
open that.
orange machine, turning the crank, feels oddly satisfying. Like stirring your child is all gone now. You'll never become a poet. Or what better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar?
I have no idea. It's a 3%. You're not gonna get it. How would I make crowbar stronger? I'm gonna leave that alone. Alright, the librarian. Maybe she knows about tattoos and stuff. If not, maybe Kuno. Librarian, do you know about tattoos?
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome.
Small child, you read? Do you know about tattoos?
Hi, Ace Detective.
Let's go chat up Kuno. So I'm like, if nothing from Kuno, then I'm gonna go back and talk to Joyce about everything. Or the lady about cryptids. Gotta pass the time. Kuno?
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't.
Alright, buddy. Still don't. Alright, because we take this. And, like, there's no other staircase or anything.
The door is closed. This door can...
Outside that I'm not seeing. No? There's no ladder or nothing out here. Let's check. Right, that's bugged. Don't want to hurt myself. It's 3%. Don't want to tell Kim to step off. Well, let's go talk about cryptids. To pass the time.
Oh, hello, dear.
You know, to hell with it. Let's have more cryptids.
Of course, officers.
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one.
The lieutenant pauses.
Ah, fuck it. Let's have more cryptids.
Well, the biggest cryptid is, of course, the horrible giant of Kokonur. The giant lives in the most arid parts of the vast Kokonur Desert in South Samara, casting a strange light across the barren wastes. Mirage or psychogenous luminance. No one knows for sure. It is like an awful mountain appearing from below the horizon and expanding to cover almost a third of your field of vision.
Hello? Clicky? Clicky?
The towering luminosity of Kokonur is a bad omen in
Who are you? No animal can be that large.
That's what makes it so peculiar. A species surviving at the... There are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism and ecosystem...
Great. This is great shit. You need more. Gravity anomaly. Dig in it. Dig in this parasite.
The gnome of Jeroma. Oh, yes. None of its victims survived. Grieving relatives never even... It was, reportedly, a small creature with webbed fingers and a protruding forehead and an ungainly little thing. Quite scary to look at. A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed the sound. They were scared and wrapped it in tarpaulin to suck. It still took the gnome of Jeroma and in...
If the body of the creature was found, why aren't there detailed illustrations of it in science?
Alas, the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar. Instead, all the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid.
Alas. Always alas, and then it was gone. Isn't that overly convenient?
I understand your skepticism, but that's what happens with things that are rare and Yes, it's the kind green ape. Half war story, half undiscovered species in the genus Homo. Yes, it was reported by soldiers in South Safra during the war. The kind green ape would visit bunkers during the... Yes, it has amazing healing qualities. Some soldiers report... Indeed, there is. It's our closest relative, which is to say the kind green ape is a species with which we share a common ancestor and that evolved parallel to our own. just like your partners.
The lieutenant looks at you, pleasantly surprised.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to imply that Saelites are inferior to us in many ways. You are superior. For example, your earwax doesn't have a foul odor like ours does.
A tremendous evolutionary advantage, I'm sure. But perhaps we've had enough speculative biology.
What an interesting question.
Of course. All fairy tales have someone or something invisible in them. Okay, I won't spoil your fun.
It's the Col de Mama d'Aqua. Its name means thin whisper of sound, and that's precisely what it is. Self-rep...
Col de Mama d'Aqua can also be translated as a whisper light and low.
Yes, that's another translation. They're both, although the low part is a little ironic. The Col de Mama d'Aqua makes, or rather is...
Fine, I'll bite. How can an animal be a sound?
Many scientists have asked the same question. Some have claimed that it isn't itself a sound, but a tiny corpuscle. It could be. As I said, it could be plenty. It's the evidence that led to its discovery. In the 20s, a group of... When playing back recordings they had made in the foothills of the Ea mountain range, they noticed certain anomalies. The scientists soon discovered they could track and even predict what appeared to be feeding, mating, and They realized that they had discovered a new species and called it the Col de Mama duck. They grew quite obsessed with these little birds. Even though they couldn't see them, they could just sequester, time, Joss can. Those are but some of the Mama d'Aqua they followed, and that is a sad story. A group of university students assisting with the field work in there, and they tried to communicate with it and had no other means but sound. So they started sending out sound waves at frequencies. Psst.
They cancel each other out.
Exactly. And these tests were performed so recklessly that when they... After that, the corpuscle appears to have migrated elsewhere. There have been recordings of anomalies.
Of course. A common thread in these.
I'm glad you did, dear. What about what?
I think that's it. That's all the cryptids.
I'm glad you like them. But...
Do you know about tattoos?
Can I help you?
No, you don't. Wait, hold on.
Another thing. Great. Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Loser. It's not strange, it's inconvenient. Who told you that? Fine, yeah, it looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of assholes around here who aren't murderers. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know, so I can forward them the repair bill.
That's it? Alright.
Yes?
Oh, what's this? Don't mind me, boys. I'm just gonna click a button. Isn't paying me enough for this. Okay. Why? Why?
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod. You see a heavy... The door does not.
Well, we got some time, so I guess we'll go talk to Joyce. Oh, hold on.
Was that? Could it be the Col de Mama d'Aqua? There seems to be an extremely high-pitched ring. Lena also said that it couldn't be heard by any other animal, including humans. What's your...
No, I don't hear the...
Of course he doesn't. He's deaf. Oh no. The sound. No. Too late. It's gone. There is no ringing anymore. Keep your ears peeled, then. If the species really has migrated to Martinez, You're
Sorry.
sure to hear it again.
We got a thought, 7 hours, put it in. Put it in my brain. What a fun thing to stumble upon. I don't think we unlocked the box, right?
An old called East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
Let's go talk to Joyce. Red, the flow. We're trying to figure out who murdered the guy. That's pretty much the main plot. Who murdered the man? That's it. I'm just talking to people to pass the time.
You're back.
Hold on. Save, just in case.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
What was it we were talking about? Was it reality? It was reality.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Is what you want to do. But should you? He expressly stated you shouldn't hear about it.
Yes? These are unimportant times, Detective, for the big time. The revolution. It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next. Who gets shot in the head? Why, of course. We're talking Duke out Central. No, I would say the apes were neutral. On the other hand, maybe you're right. Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists... and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people. Yes, the Red Deluge. The Insulindian Deluge, they call it. Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad. Which one? Actually, it doesn't matter. King Guillaume has him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time.
That's not what I wanted.
Those would... Oh, and did they ever? Before they got...
Yeah, it was a kerfuffle.
Yes. The real king abdicated and... I prefer the term him and tens of thousands of his... The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything. Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They didn't win so much as survive. We?
She's one of them.
To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people the liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground. The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina. The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights and not shooting people in the head.
Mm-hmm.
At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now. This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took.
The color of moralism is blue. The official motto of Moral Intern, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of grey sky. Unofficial.
A devout man of the center. Hard to come by. It's good to have someone who takes the turn of the century revolution. The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of... It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease. It made people overthrow their governments. Of course not. It was a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of... From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Why? You and I, officer.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar. Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have that necktie?
No doubt. But we share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts. A city-state divided into free market zones.
The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of the reappropriated silk mill. Precinct 41. Chad Tilbrook presses enter.
The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune.
I'm guessing so.
Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eastlery communication, telematic milieus, radiation.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
Time flies. The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, the 30s. Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. Yes, and quantitative easing. It was a market mirage, unfortunately. The 40s dispelled it, and East... Welcome to reality, baby.
Hey! Hey, let's go!
For her to be where she is, Wild Pines Group must have picked the right side.
Yeah. Have that ready. 17 more minutes. We're almost there.
They picked the winning side. That's why they're here. Perhaps it wouldn't have turned out that way had I been in charge. I would have sided with the cannons. If you'd seen the calibers of the things, you might have too.
Right.
Perhaps it's better I was born when I was. 10 of the 14 Indo tribes got it wrong. Feld, Kupri, Tricentennial. Good question. What would you have done differently? And I asked you. Past less detective of the citizens' militia, so a quarter of humanity simply lost their minds. And how would you stop a prion, a complex folding protein, unlife, with a technology 50 years ago?
I don't know.
Good hygiene. Really. A very moderate solution to an extreme... When they failed to step up, Marzov and his...
Opinions expressed here do not reflect the official position of the RCM.
And what is your official position, Lieutenant?
My position, ma'am? My parents got ripped to shreds in the revolution. I would have gone the same way. I was saved by being 2 years old. That's my position. The abattoir.
Kim's an orphan!
Understandable.
Oh my god, Kim, are you okay? Hold on.
Good question. What would you have done differently? You and everyone else. Good question. And you would have died, most likely. Not far from here. Maybe even right here, during the beachhead, defending the coast the day the Coalition took the city. No, almost certainly. The Commune would have forced... They are what they are, anyway. Enough...
Not so fast. Who is she in all this? Ask her who she is. She owes you an answer.
It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. Well, it's either bariatric surgery...
She nods slowly.
Yeah, it's definitely the alcohol.
Nothing more nor less than the de facto law enforcement body of post-revolutionary Revachol, Detective.
Yes, we are the Revachol Citizens Militia. We are.
Yes, that means not de jure. Permit me to conclude with this. And if those authorities drink so hard they...
She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
I am the vilest of the vile. I am an ultra.
She raises the corner of her mouth, smirking, revealing a canine.
Dios mío! A liberal! I liberate pretty hard myself.
An ultra-liberal. It's a type of liberal. From the yes. I am the nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. I can see you thought our kind were all extinct. After all, no sane person identifies as this anymore.
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of...
I do hope so. I do hope we're able to remain collegial when the dust settled, the Liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, with due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the Coalition. Not here in Martinez.
She realizes her small, cold fist.
Then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isla down rather than let them have it.
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the ocean.
Perhaps. My intellectual vanity will be my undoing.
You're no dummy yourself.
So am I? No. Or intellectual vanity will be my undoing.
A smart boy getting smarter. On basic term of... Yes. I suppose I am.
Seditious talk, man.
Yes. Whatever else I am. I'm also a mother. And a wife.
What is that?
Now, shall we return to reality? The girl in the old lady rags looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture. Yes, you and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge. Young people who dye their hair funny colours and wear old people's clothes are stupid, and their little rebellion is self-defeating. All right. What next?
Let me try the other one.
The girl in the old lady rag looks like a solid... Yes, she prefers a... I can't. That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat all they want. All right. What next?
That's it.
Glad to have been of assistance.
And wha-bam!
The precarious world.
What do we get?
How not to lose. It is impossible not to. The world is balanced on the edge of a knife. It's a game of frayed nerves. You're pushed on by numbers and punitive measures. Pain, rejection, and unpaid bills. You can either play, or you can crawl under a boat and waste away. Turn into salt, or a flock of seagulls. Your enemies would love that. Or you can fight. The only way to load the dice is to keep on fighting.
Okay, bonuses. Critical success and failure thresholds lowered by 1. Thank you. Okay, I have room for one more. Let's frickin' go. I'm not gonna spend it. Yeah. Alright. We tried, but I gotta talk to the harbor, which means I gotta get past our friend. Not sure who else we can talk to. Gotta call Alice back. Oh, I do have to ask Kuno. Okay. Let's go talk to the little scamp. We got time. Or should we go talk to... I don't know, would the old lady know? Maybe Cindy would know about tattoos? We're here, might as well. Hello, madam, do you know about things?
Give me a moment. Ask away,
She mumbles.
Go talk to Cindy. Oh, hello. What is this over here? Heck yeah! Got another one. Oh, snap, another one! Alright, Cindy, do you know anything about tattoos?
Hello again, officers. Have you...
Nope. Very anti-culture. Got it. whole room. Nope, still the same. Good day, Cindy. Yeah. Talk to Kuno. Like, Kuno, what happened to the boots? There's also the other guy. Let's just follow our little quest log. Which of your talkie options gives me boots?
Fuck does Kuno care? The fuck about it?
There we go.
Fuck are you talking about? What is this?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing? This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Kuno's fuckgimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant. Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away. Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate. Yeah, cocking boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows? So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself.
Cows?
Yes, this troubadour has it. You can feel it.
Okay.
You're testing.
Get lost.
I think that's all I have for Kuno, right?
Yeah. The king. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't.
Yeah, okay. That's all I got for you, buddy. Alright. So does he mean the big buff guy at the door? Or does he mean the guy at the bottom trying to fix the gate? It's like a bridge, not a gate.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not but. It will not happen.
Okay, good. Just want to get into that mug talk, bro. No. Ask the Jolly Misk about the armor. Does he mean call me manana? You're pretty jolly.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you? The little boy had a good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official union.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket. It serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes. It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way.
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part. I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. too hard to remove.
We got played like a fiddle. Damn you, Kuno! Using us to scare other adults.
So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia. Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
Oh.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, and I would leave the boots to processing, but okay. Let's find all of it.
And Mesquite is epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you. No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
Do I need to go tell Kuno again? Why? Why? Like a long while. Why, Nina? We have to get the boots off? Okay. Alright. Kuno lied to me. He's aggressive, I know. But if we think about it, this is a traumatized child. This child uses drugs to, like, help him navigate his day. And from the looks of it, his parents don't give a hoot about him, so he's just in the wind. I know. You better mute for like a bit then, 'cause here he comes again.
Fuck does Kuno care? So? Fuck, okay. Kuno's a giver like that, yes?
See? Pretty much he's all bark, no bite. I mean, yeah, he probably would stab me or something, but like, the fact that somebody was like, oh, thanks, man, and he was like, what? They're thanking me, and it's like, yeah. It's kind of like when you don't get attention for doing good things, but you do bad things, and suddenly you're getting all this attention.
Kuno sent your fat ass.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
Ooh. I'll remember this. Or just be like, ah, whatever, kid.
What is this? Trying to be cool with your new asshole? Kuno was just being nice. After this shit, you better have something.
Yeah, real interesting.
Kuno doesn't.
Alright. Let's see. Long while. Guess we can try to take the boots off. Wait for that. Can't get in there. Varian didn't seem to have anything, so maybe the pawn shop guy? Maybe we got some more evidence. We got maybe. We are not doing booze. Not doing cigarettes. Find the person and you know who tampered with the seed. It may take a while. Yeah. It's probably like any obvious leads. This might take some time. Secret passage. Karaoke. 2100. Let's try to get these boots off.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin, the material, delicate and fragile. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed, ceramic under the heel. Fair weather model.
The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
Excuse me. Sure, let's try.
The metal connects with the same ding.
Did you hear that? A click? This is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads the...
Faint, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic. I am so disappointed in you. What are you interested in then? The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. His torso covered in tattoos and extremities blocked. His dark brown hair grows on his... The corpse looks right As you narrow, only the lower extremities are pink. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. His torso the metallic. These are clearly not boots. They're
Indeed, under the heel. Piece by. We should keep.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil. The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form.
It is. For
the northwest region of Revachol.
By catching, do you mean? Let's not log them as evidence. Let's steal them.
What? No.
Of course.
The lieutenant nods often. It's part of his unplastic expression range. Communicate.
He worked for Cornell, like Joyce told us. This is military equipment.
The cadaver slowly.
Okay. I wanted to see which option it was, but I guess I can't. Take the boots off yet? Yeah, let's go chat with some people. We got time. Go see if pawn shop guy has anything. I wonder if these guys have anything. I haven't talked to them in a minute. You guys got anything new? Any words of wisdom?
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabiner do for you?
It's a red check. How about this?
It's a Bell McGrave, 4.46 caliber, breech loading, Revachol made. Good weapon, accurate and reliable. This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
Basement.
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
Hold on, if I put on the mesh shirt, which gives me a +1 to drama. Hold on. I just want to see what it'll read as. I'm not actually gonna do it.
Vigilance officer, what can the...
Okay. It's a decent boost, so definitely keep that in mind. We're getting there.
Officer, the mere sight of police. I'm sorry, officer, but I really...
The only one you have.
It's plenty for everyone.
Believe me, officer, I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich.
You can barely hear him. The sweet smell of pickles in harmony with garlic butter and marinated onions emanating from the sandwich is driving your mind in a singular direction.
Uh-oh.
It must be yours.
Uh-oh.
Fuck off! It's mine! Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get a bite of his dear sandwich and he gets claws? You're a special kind of vermin, Gaston.
No, don't take his sandwich. He needs it for his blood sugar level.
Sure, officer. They are the good guys around here. No, thank you. For being consummate professionals.
Don't take his sandwich, Nina. It's just like, ah, it's my sandwich. Right, but communism, it's our sandwich. Just check things again.
You see rows of toy soldiers. The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape-reel eyes. A typical Martinez streetlight sits among...
Hello again. How can I help you? The Coldima Madakwa? Sorry, I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. Or birds, for that matter.
I have hobbies.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply otherwise. Well, it's been a while since I've gone hunting for the Cold Imamadakwa myself. Once knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore and started. Cool or not, one of them was obsessed with recording the Cold Imamadakwa. We thought we did. We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them, cut them up and combined. Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old life.
Do we really have time for this?
Yes. I heard outside and I wanted to make sure I wasn't the only one. Let's talk about something else now. Spin that bird song!
This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything specific. Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear.
As the hum grows louder, modulating but always unnaturally uncomfortably low, like it's coming not from the speakers, but also from inside your chest. Breathing is becoming difficult. Not good, not good. You're about to start suffocating. You have to stop this. There's a growing sense of dread. The sound is coming from inside you, but also surrounding you. It feels as though someone is standing just outside of your range of vision and watching you, doing this to you. He nods to you, reassuringly, just as more diverse, higher-pitched sounds, some random, some appearing to form patterns, hit your eardrums. Seabirds most likely, gulls and such.
And skewers, but
A low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You are mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea welling up as the motif continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank.
you know, now that I've listened to it on these new speakers, it's not the Cold Imamadakwa. Wrong patterns, wrong photons. Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still, fascinating.
Yeah, we got some experience. We got to listen to some stuff. Which, by the way, what are we at? We're at 55. Okay, we're gonna go now. Kim, do you think I can convince the guy that I totally believe his race theory stuff and let him push the button? Because I think I had to agree with him at the end versus that disagreement I did at the
G'day to you, officers. Well, yeah, not really much else. Just
same stuff as before. Alright, Kim, let's go see if I can convince what's his name that I'm totally buying his stuff. Or should we wait until tomorrow and attempt the leaping? Got anyone else to talk to? You know what? If it's not there, it's not there. But at least we can say we tried. No fighting. See if I can just walk past.
Your race descent has only worsened. There is nothing funky. Chips, lesser.
It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
You are. Then there is the Simino Koiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Sim? They call this but enough. It is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of Types F.
I think
Were
by
there
saying
any
no.
able? Oh, you know them by
Mahon is a derogative term for first world people of Gotvoldian. In some municipalities of Oranje, people.
The Maun.
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest,
the other over as proven by the Maun. The area, the lad.
Nature was not capable of.
I cannot possibly.
Okay, I don't think. Yeah, I lost it. Reshape his head. About to put some dents in that skull. No, I'm not that strong. Hold on. What do I need?
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really
Formidable. I don't think I have anything that's formidable. There's +1. Still don't know what indirect modes of taxation are. Save skin. Here, let us see what we're at. We're gonna save.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Sorry, Kim.
Just like that, instinct took over. A solid strike straight into his throat, into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft palate break. The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip.
What should I do? Rip into him? But it sounds like he's already choking. Like, we're good. We're good.
Don't wait. You've only got a millisecond. He's coming to. Time is breaking loose from the stupor. His left hand curls up into a fist.
I feel like he's not gonna hit me. I feel like he's gonna be like, good punch.
That fighting pose. Watch out. He's expecting the hook.
Can I not?
Don't wait. That fighting pose. Watch out.
Hiya! Sorry, Kim.
The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button.
Disco Inferno! Welcome to Ravenshaw. I'm so sorry, I didn't want to do this. I did it. I did it.
As you slam your fist on the button, the man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
I just got the achievement. Sorriest. What does it say? Sorriest? Literally, this is the achievement's name. Literally the sorriest cop on earth. Apologize 10 times. I'm so sorry.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
No.
No one is the new measurehead. Let's go before he gets up.
Hold on, this box, Kim. We're gonna save real quick. Are you okay?
The man is still knocked.
Okay. I'm just gonna change back into my shirt. I'm a force to be reckoned with. Alright, let's go. Bye, everybody. Maybe now I can get my coat. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. Alright. Well, bam. Talk to the union leader. Let's do what we can.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change.
Who would I call? I don't know who I would call. Let's keep looking around before making any calls. Oh, he's look! Oh.
On second glance, someone has...
It's unfortunate for the Union to just...
Let's see what's inside, he thinks. The drawer opens smoothly. In hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out, and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but look how blurry all the lines on these papers are. Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful, but as you're a police officer, not a spiritual healer. You can focus the normal way by turning your attention to some...
Is that what you're doing with those photos over there?
Yes.
Right. This is probably not relevant to our case. After all, we're not investigating an accounting mystery.
You're trying hard, but the data here is unbelievably dry. Something about containers.
72%.
The drawer slides shut.
Hold on. Do I have anything that I can wear that is Volition? Suggestion? Well, suggestion is part of Volition, right? No, it's part of Psyche. Volition is its own specific thing. The curse business. I mean, yeah. Alright, let's inspect this magazine.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late king, because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, the magazine is divided into several sections. International developments. Gunst Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Kim, I think this is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the... You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border. Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You're not even sure where most of these countries are. You flip back to the front of the magazine. It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean why they decided to title this one section in Volda is beyond you. It evokes a sense of recognition and fellowship among those privileged enough to understand. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective. This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer. The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing. If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll. You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée. Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines: Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names. Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, They're plainly pseudonyms. Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity. Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. And that precisely is what's problematic about it. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races. Sure, you think that, but subconsciously, it's the visions of brand names being engulfed in flames that you crave.
Fire Elmo.
That's because you haven't been reading critically. But don't worry. The whole point of these sorts of articles is to let someone else read critically for you.
Kim!
Oh, come on. Can this article read your mind? A certain kind of young man reads 1 or 2 books and suddenly thinks he understands the secret structures of reality. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Labor could reach some reasonable accommodation.
According to these editorials, there can be no accommodation with the forces of international capital or their mucilaginous allies in the coalition.
I got another achievement. The world's most laughable centrist. Defend the political center 7 times. Is that good or bad? Sounds bad. Ooh, but I can tell you that for literally the sorriest cop achievement, only 15.5% of people have gotten it. Do people normally not say sorry in this game?
You flip back to the front of the magazine.
Just gonna put that away now. Out of reading. I don't know, it just said centrist. We're gonna. Glasses. Visual calculus minus the drama. What do my current glasses do? They give me logic but no authority. Trying to be friendly looking. Got this, but
the file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer slides shut.
Right, this is where we came from, but it's locked. Alright, let's try the phone, now that I found some extra money.
The already familiar, the machine swallows your coin, and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Ooh. Ooh, okay. Right, like we adopted communism, apparently.
It's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory. Right now, your finger is just drawing. Undoubtedly, no. Sure, why not? Muscle memory is a tricky thing.
Alright, interfacing. I know what I'm currently wearing gives me a +1 to interfacing. Nope. Okay. Is this items? I'm gonna try them, because then that way I can keep track of it in my little calendar thingy. How are we on time? Oh my god, we have 10 minutes. Alright, let's go upstairs. My jacket! The thingy! Give me my points. Boop, boop. Give me my jacket.
The tarpaulin cloak is, as your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips. I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is relaying.
Thanks, cloak. You get +1/+1? What does current jacket give me? Just, oh, it's better. Ooh, stylish. Save. Shit. I don't know where the leader is, so we're just gonna grab what we can. Right, we look so cool. Where are you going? Where are you going? It's right here. Thing. Oh, that's a thing. What does the button do? Wait.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arrête are faded with use. It seems Marsh on, Arrête off.
Let's not touch it yet. Let's explore. Before you touch anything. Money. Okay, can't go there. Hello, this rope? Ooh. See how much we can do before we gotta end. Half light. Hold on. What do I currently have? Interfacing. But I know our half-light's been pretty poop. We've been failing a lot of that. Alright, good to know. Okay, that's a go-in section. Oops. Okay. Let me go the other way, because we didn't finish exploring. Run, Kim! We're on a time crunch! Trying to get down. Here, just let the game do it. Alright, so what's... White door. Okay. What we got going on over here? Hello. I think it's bottles. Oh, I'm about to make so much money. Pay for my room. Okay. I think that's all the bottles. He's not in. Is he?
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty.
Why did you take that picture of René?
I'm gonna ask him about it.
You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure. As long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
I don't want to say have a seat rest, because I feel like that's gonna super push the time ahead. I don't want that. So we're gonna save.
This is the night watchman. The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat. Secured to the stiles by stale air floods through your nostrils. Not a single mote of dust. The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap pink. Oh boy, where to start? Elevated risk of dementia? Mini strokes? Maybe this was a bad idea.
Kim?
I'm not here to tell you what to do, detective.
I'm getting up. That's...
You stand and...
Not those drugs. No, thank you. Oh, this is Renee's. Yeah, we're gonna ask him about it. He does look really happy. Alright. We got some time. Like 2 minutes. Let's hit a button. Ba-da.
A rusting marsh. On with a loud grind. The crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Good? Is that good or bad? Why is it leaning? Why is it...
And with a surprisingly... The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane moving this container, of course.
I can't see how that was worth a ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
I'm gonna leave it. Take a little gander here. It's so risky.
Before you stands a cargo container.
Is this like your thing with that wall again? You do? Because I don't.
Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
Maybe there's contraband?
There may very well be, but we are not here to look for that. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to get the body down from the tree.
No reply. You attempt to turn the handle. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Erratic, yet thorough. Been in the world for 2 days. Precarious work. Oh my goodness. Do I have anything for that? Probably not. No, that's -1. Remind me again?
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here.
It's
if
a
anything,
white.
it seems to have grown slightly. Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because what wasn't an option?
Using my body over my wits.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective.
Hey, we never know, right? It doesn't hurt to try. Alright. We're about at that time. Let's get close to this door, and then we'll stop here. And we'll just be like, brain, go forward. Oh, hello. Resist. Resist talking. Do a nice big old save. There. Beautiful. Beautiful big old save. I think we accomplished a lot with our time frame. We did really good. And of course, thank you again, Bath, for the gifted subs. I just have to wait a whole month until I can use it for num-nums. We be hungry. But thank you everyone for stopping by, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more Disco Elysium. Suzu Smassy. Bye-bye.